Shabbat brothers and sisters, Hebrews in Jamaica, the Caribbeans to West, to the four corners of the earth, scattered greetings. This Shabbat lesson we're going to title it Wisdom of Solomon. The series, brothers and sisters, Wisdom of Solomon, the series, we're going to precept the whole Apocrypha book of Shalomah. So the topic is Wisdom of Solomon, the series. We're going to precept the book of Solomon, Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, right? We're going to start the precept of chapter 1 and 3, and we're going to take it up, further on the Shabbats. So take a look at the screen, brothers and sisters. We're going to tackle chapter 1 of Wisdom of Solomon, the Apocrypha, the precept, right? So, law of righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth, think of Yahuwah with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him. For he will be found of them that tempt him not, and sheweth himself unto such as do not distrust him. For forward thoughts separate from Eliyahu, and his power, when it is tried, reproveth the unwise. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin. For the Ruach HaKodesh of discipline will flee deceit, and remove from thoughts that are without understanding, and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in. For wisdom is a loving spirit, and will not acquaint a blasphemer of his words. For Eliyahu is witness of his reins, and a true beholder of his heart, and a hearer of his tongue. For the spirit of Yahuwah filleth the world, and that which containeth all things had knowledge of the voice. Therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things cannot be hid, neither shall vengeance when it punisheth pass by him. For inquisition shall be made into the counsel of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall come unto Yahuwah for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. For the ear of jealousy heareth all things, and the noise of murmuring is not hid. Therefore be aware of murmuring, which is unprofitable, and refrain your tongue from backbiting. For there is no word so secret that shall go forth not, and the mouth that belieth slayeth the soul. Seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourself destruction with the works of your hands. Verse 14. For he created all things that they might have their being, and the generations of the world were healthful, and there is no poison of destruction in them, nor the kingdom of death upon the earth. For righteousness is immortal, but ungodly men with their works and words call it to them, for when they thought to have it their friend, they consumed to naught and made a covenant with it, because they are worthy to take part with it. Chapter 2. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright, our life is short and tedious, and in death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath is our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. And our name shall be forgot in time, and no man shall have our works in remembrance, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ornaments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion and our lot in this. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean, contrary to our doings. He upbraided us with our offending the law. He upbraided us with our offending the law, and objected to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. He professed to have the knowledge of Eliyahu, and he called himself the child of Yahuwah. He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of other fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstained from our ways. As for filthiness, he pronounced the end of the just to be blessed, and make it his boast that Eliyahu is his father. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of Eliyahu, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own sin he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine, and were deceived, for their own wickedness had blinded them. As for the mystery of Eliyahu, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls. For Eliyahu created man to be immortal, and made him to be an image of his own eternity. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. That is deep. Very deep indeed. Chapter 3. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Eliyahu, and there shall no torment touch him. In the sight of the unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken from misery. And they are going from us to be under destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for Eliyahu proved them, and found them worthy for himself. As gold is in the furnace hath he tried them, and received them as burnt offerings. And in the time of their visitation they shall shine, and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations, and have dominion over the people, and their Adonai shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him, for grace and mercy is to his saints. And he had cared for his elect. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations. For the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations. For the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imagination, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken Yahuwah. For whoso despiseth wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain. Their labor is unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. Their wives are foolish. Their wives are foolish. Their wives are foolish and their children are wicked. The offspring is cursed, wherefore blessed is the barren that is undefiled, which had not known the sinful bed. She shall have fruit in the visitation of her soul, of the souls. And blessed is the eunuch, blessed is the eunuch, which with his hands hath wrought no iniquity, nor imagined wicked things against Eliyahu. For unto him shall be given the special gift of faith and an inheritance in the temple of Yahuwah, more acceptable to his mind. For glorious is the fruit of good labor, and the root of wisdom shall never fall away. As for the children of adulterers, they shall not come to their perfection, and the seed of an unrighteous bed shall be rooted out. For though they live long, yet shall they not be nothing regarded, and their last age shall be without honor. Or if they die quickly, they have no hope, neither comfort in the day of trial. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. Okay, brothers and sisters, so we just read Wisdom of Solomon, Wisdom of Shalomah from the Apocrypha, King James Version, the Apocrypha, 1611. So we're going to precept 1 to 3, verse 1 and 3 of Wisdom of Shalomah. We're going to start with 1 Kings 3. We're going to take it from 1 to 3. Right? 1 Kings 3, 1 to 3. So in Shalomah, in Solomon Shalomah, 1 to 3, it said, Love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth. Think of Yahuwah with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him. Right? So we're going to precept all of that, brothers and sisters. We're going to go to 1 King 3, 1 to 3. And Solomon made enmity with Pharaoh. So he make a deal, a pact with Pharaoh, king of Misraim, and took Pharaoh's daughter and brought her into the city of David until he made an end of building his own house, and the house of Yahuwah, the walls of Jerusalem round about. Only the people sacrificed in high places, because there was no house built unto the name of Yahuwah until those days. And Shlomi loved Yahuwah, walking in the statutes of David his father. Only he sacrificed and burnt incense in high places. So you see the discrepancy of Shalom's walk in his old age, right? And you see in King Solomon, in Shalom, Wisdom of Solomon, love righteousness, he that be judges of the earth. So he's talking about leadership, right? Talking about leadership, people in position of authority that could, affect your life. You understand? For he will be found of them that tempt him, and showeth himself unto such as do not distrust him. For forward thoughts separate from Eliyahu, and his power when his trial reprove the unwise. So in 1 Kings 3, 1 and 3, they tried the Most High, and they were separated from him, because as you can see in verse 3 of our 1 Kings, right? Verse 3 said, and Salome loved Yahuwah. So he loved the Most High. But look at the discrepancy. Walking in the statutes of David his father. So Solomon loved Yahuwah and walking in the statutes of his father. Look at the discrepancy now. Only he sacrificed and burned incense in high places. And before the temple was built, the people were sacrificing in high places as well, before the house of Yahuwah was built. So in verse 2 and 3, show the discrepancy. You see what I mean, of Wisdom of Solomon. When the scripture talk about from in verse 3 of Shalomah that for forward thoughts are lies, deception, separate you from Eliyahu. And that's what separate the children of Israel and Solomon from the Most High, that caused the Most High to divide the kingdom, because Solomon strayed away from the Most High in his forward thoughts and burning incense unto other gods. You understand? It's all about wisdom. Yeah, I mean? So in Solomon's last days, in his old age, he drifted away. You understand? He was deceived and get caught up in the foolishness, huh? Okay, let's continue. We're going to precept 3 and 4 of chapter 1 of Wisdom of Shalomah. Right? 3 and 4 of chapter 1 of Wisdom of Shalomah. So we're going to go to Davraim, Deuteronomy 4. We're going to take on 26 to 29 on your screen. As a matter of fact, let's go to Isaiah first, brothers and sisters, 56. Right? And then we go to Davraim 4. Okay, brothers and sisters, take a look at this sheet. Isaiah 56. We're going to take it from 1 to 12, right? So we still precepting 1 to 3, right? Of Wisdom of Shalomah, right? Isaiah 56, 1. We're going to take it to 12. Thus said, Yahuwah, keep ye judgment and do justice, for my salvation is near to come, and my righteousness is to be revealed. Blessed is the man that doeth this, and the Son of Man that laid hold on it, that keepeth the Shabbat from polluting it, and keepeth his hand from doing any evil. Neither let the son of the stranger that had joined himself to Yahuwah speak, saying, Yahuwah had utterly separated me from his people. Neither let the eunuch say, Behold, I am a dry tree. Verse 4, For thus said Yahuwah unto the eunuchs that keep my Shabbats and choose the things that please me and take hold of my covenant, even unto them will I give in mine house and within my walls a place and a name better than of sons and of daughters. I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off. Also the sons of strangers that join themselves to Yahuwah to serve him and to love the name of Yahuwah, to be his servants. Everyone that keepeth the Shabbat from polluting it and taketh hold of my covenant, even them will I bring to my holy mountain and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offerings and their sacrifice shall be accepted upon mine altar. For mine house shall be called a house of prayer for all people. Verse 8, Yahuwah, which gathereth the outcasts of Israel, said, Yet will I gather others to him, besides those that are gathered unto him. Yahuwah Eliyahu would gather the outcasts of Israel, said, Yet will I gather others to him, besides those that are gathered unto him. That means he's going to gather a stranger besides the one that's already gathered, which is in Israel. The strangers are those that will cling unto us and become servants unto us in the kingdom. Verse 9, all ye beasts of the field come to devour, yea, all ye beasts in the forest. His watchmen are blind, they are all ignorant, they are all dumb. Dogs, they cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own ways, everyone for his gain, for his quarter. Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine and will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day and much more abundant. You know what I mean? The wicked and their lies, they have no wisdom. Fitting for the series, right? Wisdom of Shalomah. They have no wisdom, brothers and sisters. You see? They have no wisdom. So when the scriptures talk about all ye beasts of the field come to devour, yea, all ye beasts in the forest, it's talking about a system of things, a people of things, right? Esau, in Isaiah, Esau, and then you see what it says, no, it's talking about a systematic thing, a group of people, you know what I mean, hands of the wicked. Look what it said in verse 10. His watchmen, only watchmen can be, only that title can be associated to a human. So his watchmen are blind. I mean, they have no wisdom. They have no wisdom, brothers. They are all ignorant. They are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs. Love money, love the riches of the world, hoarders of money, as if they're going to take the money with them in the afterlife. Don't you see Pharaoh give you an example? Look at Misraim in Egypt. Pharaoh give you an example. They bury themselves with their treasures. They kill two. Boy. They kill two soldiers to guard them and to protect them in the afterlife, as if that don't do anything. You just kill those two men for nothing. Because as you can see right now, you go to Misraim and you dig up the Pharaoh's tombs, you still see the gold and treasure they put in their tombs to carry with them. It's still there. You come into this world with nothing and you're going to leave this world in nothing. With nothing. You see, except for the ones that keep the King's commandment, you will depart this world in peace. And your soul rests in the bosom of Abraham and the eternal rest, the eternal Shabbat of Yahusha, the Father, Yahuwah. You see, brothers and sisters. They are filthy dogs, brothers and sisters. Let's move on. Okay, take a look at the screen. Deuteronomy 4, 26 to 31. Right? We're going to precept verse 3 to 4 of Wisdom of Shalomah. In Shalomah, in verse 3 and 4, for forward thoughts separate from Eliyahu and his power, when it is tried, reprove the unwise. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin, brothers and sisters. Right? So we do that recap. So we're going to go to Davrahim 4, 26 to 31. I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land whereunto ye go over Jordan to possess it. Ye shall not prolong your days upon it, but shall utterly be destroyed. And Yahuwah shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in numbers among the heathen, whither Yahuwah shall lead us. And that happened already. Deuteronomy, all the book of Deuteronomy is talk about so-called black people, past and future. And they must have accomplished that because we disobey the King's commandment and not keeping the Shabbat and his commandments. You see, brothers and sisters, because you see in Wisdom of Shalomah 3 and 4, what it says, brothers and sisters, it says, for into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subjected unto sin, brothers and sisters. And you see what it says right here? It says, and Yahuwah shall scatter you among the nation, and ye shall be left few in numbers among the heathen, whither Yahuwah shall lead you. And there ye shall serve gods, the work of man's hands, wood and stone, which neither see nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. But if from thence thou shalt seek Yahuwah thy Eliyahu, thou shalt find him, if thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul, brothers and sisters. For when thou art in tribulation, and all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter days, which is now, modern day, 2025 and beyond, if thou turn to Yahuwah thy Eliyahu, and shall be obedient unto his voice, for Yahuwah thy Eliyahu is a merciful Elohim, and he will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers, which he sware unto them. If only he will come back to the Most High. You understand? But the Most High could not dwell in children of Israel, disobedience. You understand? For he always said in Wisdom of Solomon, for into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in a body that is subject unto sin. That was ethnic Israel, the whole body of ethnic Israel, the whole house of Jacob. You understand? wisdom could not enter because the continual disobedience and the forward thoughts of them lusting after other idols. In verse 3 says of Wisdom of Shalomah, for forward thoughts separate from Eliyahu. The forward thoughts are lies, deception, seeking other gods, seeking the idols of their fathers and other nations, worshiping other gods of other nations and their fathers. And that's what separates us from the mercy and love and protection of thus said Yahuwah. Huh? Okay, brothers and sisters, continue look at your screen. We're gonna precept verse 5 of Wisdom of Shalomah. We're gonna go to Jeremiah 4:19-20 is on the screen. Jeremiah 4:19-22. So in Wisdom of Shalomah, verse 5 it says, for the Ruach HaKodesh of discipline will flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding and will not abide when unrighteousness cometh in. Jeremiah 4:19-22 said, my bowels, I am pained at my very heart, and my heart maketh a noise in me. I cannot hold my peace because thou hast heard, O my soul, the sound of the trumpet, the alarm of war. Wisdom of Solomon said, for the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit and remove the thoughts that are without understanding. And Jeremiah who bows is crying out, my bowels, I am pained at my heart. My very heart, my heart maketh a noise in me. I cannot hold my peace because thou hast heard, my soul, the sound of the trumpet of the alarm of war. Destruction come upon destruction is cried. Destruction upon destruction is cried. Destruction upon destruction is cried, for the whole land is spoiled. Suddenly are my tents spoiled and my curtains in a moment. How long shall I see the standard and hear the sound of trumpet? For my people is foolish. For my people is foolish. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish. Yes, they are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. I want you to think about it. And this is what he's saying in verse 5 of Wisdom of Solomon, for the Ruach HaKodesh of discipline, what? Will flee what? Deceit. And here what Jeremiah who said in 22, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. Why? For the Ruach HaKodesh of discipline flee deceit and remove from thoughts that are without understanding and will not abide when unrighteousness come in. Because why? Because they are foolish. They have not known the Most High. They are sottish. And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil. Think about it. You have a lot of wisdom to do wickedness, but to do good you become fools. Wow. You know, you're cunning. You're cunning in deceitfulness. And who is the father of deceit and lies? Satan. So you're operating in your father's spirit. Your father's slithering spirit. Snaky spirit. Love, deceit, and lies. They have a saying, oh, what a tangle were we when we first practice to deceive. Oh, what a tangle were we when we first practice to deceive. So the biblical word for sati, what the meaning of words sottage is stupid, basically. Stupid, ignorant, lack knowledge, understanding, don't see the judgment of the Most High upon the wall written. And in the case of Israel, they are foolish and stupid. Because the Most High brought you out of Mizraim by the mighty right hand, and his right hand is Yahusha. He's the one that doing all the work. He brought you out of the land of Mizraim, Yahuwah, by his mighty right hand. He showed you plagues upon Pharaoh. He showed you the parting of the Red Sea. Rain manna out from heaven. Split the rock so you can get water in the desert. By the provocation of Moses through you, stiff-necked people. Split open the earth and swallow up Dathan and his foolishness. Countless victories against your enemies. Miracles. When Yahusha walked on the earth, and yet still you resound and confine yourself to being a fool, a sottish person. You see, my father is an orchestra of big words, you know. Yeah, that'll be big words. Sottish. That's a fancy word of my father. And my father got knowledge. He is knowledge. He created the words for you to put these together to form sentences and to gain knowledge and wisdom thereof, brothers and sisters. Will he not give the Most High Yahuwah the glory due unto his mighty and awesome name? Will you? Okay, brothers and sisters, we're going to we finished with just precept chapter 1 of Wisdom of Shalomah. We're going to go to chapter 2 now. We're going to precept verse 1 and 2. We're going to use Job, alright, Matthew and Corinthians. So let's start with Job. Let's start with Job 7, 1 to 5 is on the screen. So in Wisdom of Solomon, Wisdom of Shalomah, right, 1 and 2, for the ungodly said, reasoning within themselves, but not. And so in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, for the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves. So the ungodly is reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke and little spark in the moving of our hearts. So this is why Job said, the precept that, verse 7, is there not appointed time to man upon earth? If the ungodly is reasoning with themselves and say and come to this conclusion, who is you? And the ungodly is separated from the Most High, but the ungodly have in this instant they have some type of wisdom. Job said, is there not an appointed time for man upon earth, brothers and sisters? The answer is yes. Are not his days also like the days of hireling? And the answer is yes. As a servant earnestly desireth the shadow, and as a hireling looketh for reward for his work, so am I made to possess months of vanity, and wearisome nights are appointed to me. When I lie down, I say, when shall I rise? And then I be gone, and I am full of tossing to and fro unto the dawning of the day. My flesh is clothed with worms and clouds of dust. My skin is broken and become loathsome, brothers and sisters. Basically what Job is saying, my life is but vanity. Here today, gone tomorrow. Just like a wind. So wouldn't it be wise, while we on earth, use our time wisely in seeking the Most High? Did not the scripture say, seek ye first the kingdom of Eliyahu and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you? It would be wise for you to seek the Most High, and not seek religion and pass a porch upon their lives, because religion will not replace the physical people of the Most High, because the Most High have a physical people. Hashatan too has a physical seed. Yes. The Most High have his children, we said in Israel, who taken into slavery. and the more and Hashanah have his seed that fight against the seed of the righteous. You understand? Hashanah have a physical seed, and they have the DNA of Hashanah. You research that yourself. And Hashanah also have a spiritual people also housed within the body of the natural, the physical, who, you know what I mean, who make room to accept the spirit of Hashanah and carry out wicked deeds. You see, brothers. So Hashanah have a lot of minions and goons along with the DNA of his physical people. Huh? So is there not an appointed time to man upon earth? Yes. Are not his days also like days of hardening? Yes. As a servant earnestly desired the shadow, and as a hireling looketh for a reward for his work, so am I made to possess months of vanity, and wearisome nights are appointed to me. When I lie down, I say, when shall I rise, and the night be gone? And I am full of tossing to and fro unto the dawning of the day. My flesh is clothed with worms and clouds of dust. My skin is broken and become loathsome, brothers and sisters. Okay, continue looking at the screen. Metayahu 22, 19 to 32. Right, that's Metayahu 22, 19 to 32. We still precept in 1 and 2. Shew me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. And he said unto them, whoso is this image and superscription? So the Mashiach is testing the foolish, the scribes and Pharisees, the Sanhedrin, the hypocrites. And they said unto him, Caesar. Then said he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto Eliyahu things are Eliyahu's. And when they had heard these words, they marveled, and let him and went their way. The same day came to him the Sadducees, which say that there is no resurrection, and asked him, saying, Master, Moshe said, if a man die having no children, his brother shall marry his wife and raise up seed unto his brother. Verse 25. Now there were with us 7 brethren. The first, when he had married a wife deceased, having no children and having no issue, left his wife unto his brother. Likewise the second also, and the third unto the 7th. And last of all the woman died also. Therefore in the resurrection, whose wife shall she be of the 7? For they all had her. So you see all the hypocrites, the scribes and Pharisees and the Sadducees try to tempt the Most High. They have no wisdom, brothers and sisters. They have no wisdom. You see, they're foolish, but listen to the sharp and intelligent response that the Mashiach gave unto them. Right? Yahusha answered and said unto them, ye do err, not knowing the scriptures nor the power of Eliyahu. For in the resurrection neither marry nor are given into marriage, but are as the angels of Eliyahu in heaven. But as touching the resurrection of the dead, have ye not heard that which was spoken unto you by Eliyahu, saying, I am the Eliyahu of Abraham, the Eliyahu of Isaac, and the Eliyahu of Yaakov. Eliyahu is not the Elohim of the dead, but of the what? Living. Let that sink in. Basically what the Moshe is telling you, once you're dead, you're cut off from his mercy. Moshe is not thinking about you. You're done. You're done up. One and done. That's it. You know what I mean? Until time for us to be judged according to our deeds upon this earth. Wisdom, brothers and sisters. Wisdom. Okay, brothers and sisters. So verse 5 of chapter 2, we're going to precept that. Verse 5 of chapter 2. Right? And it says, for our time is a very shadow that passed away, and after our end there is no returning. For it is fast ceased, so that no man cometh again. Let's precept that with First Chronicles 29:10-15. Wherefore David blessed Yahweh before all the congregation, and David said, Blessed be thou, Yahweh, Yahweh Israel, our fathers forever and ever. Thine, O Yahweh, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the victory and the majesty, for all that is in the heaven and in the earth is thine, and thine is the kingdom, O Yahweh. And thou art exalted as head above all, both riches and honor come unto thee, and thou reignest over all. And in thine hand is power and might, and in thine hand it is to make great, and to give strength unto all. Now therefore, Eliyahu, we thank thee and praise thy glorious name. But who am I, and what is my people, that we should be able to offer so willingly after this sort? For all things come of thee, and of thine own have we given thee. For we are strangers before thee, and sojourners, as were all our fathers. And our days on the earth as a what? Shadow, and what? There is none abiding. What Wisdom of Shalomah said in verse 5. For our time is a very shadow that passed away. And after our end, there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. We cannot come back. So David is saying here in Chronicles. David is saying in Chronicles. This is David's own words in Chronicles. Wisdom, Solomon, David is saying, okay, he acknowledged that we are but vapors. You understand? Vanity here today, gone tomorrow. So David is saying, while we are here, why not give the king the glory? He started the scripture by saying, Wherefore David blessed Yahweh. He blessed Yahweh for the congregation. And David said, Blessed be thou, Yahweh, Yahweh Israel, our fathers forever and ever. He's saying basically why we are here, praise the Most High, because we don't know when we're going to be out of here. Wisdom. Wisdom, brothers and sisters. Wisdom. The fear of Yahweh is what? The beginning of what? Wisdom. A good understanding of all that what? Do his commandments. His praise, brothers and sisters, endure forever. Hallelujah. And so, brothers, we're going to continue precepting chapter 2, right, of verse 5 of Wisdom of Solomon. Right, we just went over Chronicles 29:10-15. We're going to go to 1 Corinthians 15:28-32. Right. And when all things shall be subdued unto him, then shall the Son also himself be subjected unto him that put all things under him, that Eliyahu may be all in all. As what shall they do which are baptized for the dead? If the dead rise not at all, why are they then baptized for the dead? And why stand we in jeopardy every hour? I protest by your rejoicing, which I have in the Mashiach Yahusha or Adonai, I die daily. If after the manner of men I have fought with beasts at Ephesus, what advantageth it me if the dead rise not? Let us eat and drink, for tomorrow we die. And as you can see, brothers and sisters, in chapter 2 of Wisdom of Shalomah in Apocrypha, you will see in verse 8, it lines up well, right? It says, let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered, right? And then in verse 7, it says, let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointment, and let no flower of spring pass by us, brothers and sisters. So what the Wisdom of Solomon is saying, enjoy life. Enjoy the Most High's creation. Most importantly, keep his commandment and live in righteousness. You see, because you never know when the Most High is going to take you out of this world and snatch his life source from you. Many of you take advantage of this, act as if this is you control this life that you live. You know what I mean? You don't control nothing. You're just living in the life. You understand? You don't control not one thing. Not even the breath in your body you control. You understand? You breathe on your own, yes, but by the power of the Most High Yah in His Son Yahusha's name, because at any time He can snatch that power just like that. Snatch that life source just like that. And then what say you then? You return back to dust as you were formed from the dust, the earth. Okay, brothers and sisters, Isaiah, we're gonna precept 6 and 7 of chapter 2, Isaiah of wisdom of Shalomah. So Isaiah 22, we're gonna take it from 10 to 13. So in verse 6 of chapter 2 of wisdom of Shalomah, it says, "Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth, or creatures like as in youth." Right? So let's precept that we Isaiah 22, 10 and 13. And he have numbered the house of Jerusalem, and the house have he broken down to fortify the walls. He made also a ditch between the two walls for the water for the old pool, but ye have not looked unto the maker thereof, neither had respect unto him that fashioned it long ago. You see as it. Had you come to the Most High, the Most High will show you the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. He made, verse 11, he made also a ditch between the two walls for the waters of the old pool, but ye have not looked unto the maker thereof, neither had respect unto him that fashioned it long ago. And in that day the Yahweh of hosts called to weeping and to mourning, and to baldness, and to girding with sackcloth. Behold, joy and gladness, slaying oxen and killing sheep, eating flesh and drinking wine. Let us eat and drink, for tomorrow we shall die. Enjoy creation, brothers and sisters. Enjoy creation and seek the Most High, and He will show you the way. For He made it long ago. He fashioned all what you're seeking for. He fashioned it long ago, brothers and sisters. It's only you need to come to Him in spirit and in truth, and come back to His laws, commands, and statutes. And parents of the so-called black people, it's time for you to gain wisdom and knowledge and seek in the Most High, so you could raise up proper offspring, good fruits that will aid the so-called black community to greatness. Whether we are scattered in Jamaica, Haiti, Cuba, Guyana, Trinidad, Tobago, Solomon Island, Black Puerto Rico, Black Mexico, Australia. You understand? Whether we are scattered, brothers and sisters, St. Kitts, Nevis, Barbados, Bermuda, you understand, Brazil. Wisdom, come back to the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High Yah, so He could dwell within you, so He could send a Ruach HaKodesh. Call upon Yah in Yahusha's name is the correct way to seek on the Most High, and ask Him to send the Ruach HaKodesh. It might not come that same day, but how the Ruach HaKodesh work is by you acknowledging the Most High Yah, that He who He is and who He said He is, and what He said He will accomplish and be done and be fulfilled. You acknowledge that in His Son Yahusha's name, acknowledge salvation for any Israel and for yourself. You understand? Once you accepted these things, then you ask the Most High, you have to send the Ruach HaKodesh. How the Ruach HaKodesh work is by encouraging you to go and seek out the words of the Most High, study it, and once you study and retain these things, then that's how the Ruach HaKodesh will work in you. That's how it works, brothers and sisters, huh? And it goes on to say in verse 7 of Wisdom of Shalomah, let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Enjoy the creation of the earth, because we die the next day. Did not the Most High say, this is the day that Yahuwah had made, I will rejoice and be glad in it? Yes, this is the day, the Shabbat and every other day that the Most High created, that we must rejoice in it. Thank Him for His creation. Thank Him to see another day. Huh? How many of us within Israel can say that today? As I'm speaking right now, a lot of people die in their sleep today. As I'm speaking. Some challenges happening to our people today, right now, as I'm speaking. They don't have the chance to thank the Most High for this day. You do. Be wise. And the precept of Isaiah, brothers and sisters, the precept of Isaiah covers verse 6, 7, and 8 of Wisdom of Shalomah. You understand? It's all about, rejoicing in the creators, like as a youth. Like when we're young, we run and enjoy life outside. We enjoy the outdoors. You understand? The nature, the trees, the woods, the earth. I don't know about you, but we used to play in the earth, in the dirt. You understand? Enjoy life as a youth. It's the same way when we grow old, we enjoy creation. The trees, the birds, stop and smell the buds. You know what I mean? Like it's the saying, stop and smell the roses. The scripture is saying right here. He said in verse 8 of Shalomah, let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Stop and smell the roses, brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? Thank the Most High for His creation. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, brothers and sisters. It's a beautiful thing. And then he said in verse 9, let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion and our lot in this. What in this life? In this old sweet life. Huh? Alright, let's move on. We're going to precept 14 of Shalomah. Wisdom of Shalomah. And we're going to use John 7, 1-7. Right, so 14 is that he was made to reprove our thoughts. Brothers and sisters, he is grievous unto us, even behold, for his life is not like other men's, his ways are of other fashions. So that's from 14-16. So after this, King Yahusha walked in Galilee, for he would not walk in Judea, because the Jews sought to kill him. See what it said in Wisdom of Shalomah 14, he was made to reprove our thoughts. Who was made? Yahusha. In John, it said, after these, in Yahusha walked in Galilee, for he would not walk in Judea, because the Jews sought to kill him. Why? Because he was made to reprove their thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of other fashion. Yahusha's ways of other fashions. Verse 2 of John 1-7. Now the Judeans, the Jews' feast of Tabernacle was at hand. His brethren therefore said unto him, depart hence and go into Judea, that the disciples also may see the works that thou doest. But there is no man that doeth anything in secret, and he himself seeketh to be known openly. If thou do this thing, shew thyself to the world, for neither did his brethren believe in him. Then Yahushua said unto them, My time is not yet come, but your time is always ready. The world cannot hate you, but me it hated, because I testify of it, that the works thereof are evil. He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men. His ways are of other fashion. That's what it said in Wisdom of Shalomah. Then it further say in 16 of Shalomah, Wisdom, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstained from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounced the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that Eliah is his father. This is Yahushua. Wisdom of Solomon is telling this is Yahushua. And in John it's showing you that it is Yahushua Wisdom of Solomon is talking about. Let us see if this words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. And he proved that. He proved that, because he always say right here in verse 6 of Yakin in John, then Yahushua said unto them, my time is not yet come, but your time is always ready. This is what is going to be proved what shall happen in the end of him, because his word is true. Let us see if his word is true. How you know his word is true? Because right here in verse 6 it said, brothers and sisters, or Yakin in 1 and 7, then Yahushua said unto them, my time is not yet come. This proves his word is true, because he already prophesied that they would come, that he would come and suffer, die, buried, and rose again on the third day. So his word is proved. We proved that. We proved that, brothers and sisters. We're going to go into further with more scriptures to bring that fact out. So we'll go to Ephesians. Ephesians, Ephesians. Okay, brothers and sisters, take a look at the screen. We're going to take it from Ephesians 5:10 to 14. That's Ephesians 5:10 to 14. Providing what is acceptable unto Yahuwah, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather prove them. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things are reproved, are made manifest by the light, for whatsoever doeth make it manifest in light. Wherefore he said, awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Mashiach shall give thee light. And what does it say, brothers and sisters? What does it say in Wisdom of Shalomah? He said, we are esteemed of him as counterfeit. He abstained from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounced the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that Eliah his father. Let us see if his word be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. He proving it. Proving what is acceptable unto Yahuwah, and have no fellowship with unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. So the Mashiach words is true, because here we say he abstained himself in verse 16 of Wisdom. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. So the Most High look at them as counterfeit, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, and those that follow after them. For what? He abstained from our ways as from filthiness. And Ephesians say, proving what is acceptable unto Yahuwah, we have no fellowship with unfruitful works of darkness. So the Most High proving what is acceptable. He showed you in the natural and the physical. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of secret. Let's move on, brothers and sisters. Let's go to Isaiah 53, 1 and 3. We're going to be still bringing out that precept of 14. In Wisdom of Shalomah. So we're going to go to Isaiah 53, 1 to 3. Who had believed our report, and to whom is the arm of Yahuwah revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant, and as a root out of a dry ground. He had no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire of him. So Isaiah, who is describing who? Yahusha. Yahusha. He is despised and rejected of men, and man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief, and we hid as it were our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteem him not. So Yahusha is not a man desirable to look upon. He wasn't a dainty person like you see in those pagan antichrist image of the Mashiach, blonde hair, blue-eyed dude. And did not the Most High approve his words? You see his words are true, right? He showed you. He said in 15, wisdom of Shalomah, he is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men, his ways are of other fashion. What is other fashion? His ways is of his father, because the father had sent him for Israel. Okay, let's move on. We're going to precept 18 of wisdom of Shalomah. We're going to go to LLM Psalms 22, 7-9. Take a look at the screen. Okay, brothers and sisters. Right? We're going to precept wisdom of Shalomah 18. We're going to use Psalms 22, 7-9. For in wisdom of Shalomah, here where it said in verse 18, for if the just man be the son of Eliyahu, he will help him and deliver him from the hands of his enemies. So they're mocking the Most High, Yahusha, in his suffering on the cross for Israel. The same thing they say in Tehillim 22, 7-9. All they that see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip. They shake the head, saying, he trusted on Yahuwah that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him. But thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breasts. You see? So they sit there mocking the Most High. But King David said in verse 9, but thou art that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breasts. And in verse 10 in Wisdom of Solomon, in verse 19 in Wisdom of Solomon said, let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let's go to Matthew 27, 39-43. Okay, brothers and sisters, continue to look on the screen. We're still precepting. I'm bringing out verse 18 from Wisdom of Solomon. We're going to go to Matthew 27, 39-43. And they that pass by revile him, wagging their heads. So you see the continual mocking of the Mashiach suffering, brothers and sisters, from the scribes and Pharisees and hypocrites, Sanhedrins and the Romans, and some of our people too, brothers and sisters. Let's not forget that. So the continuation of the Mashiach suffering continues. And they that pass by reveal him, wagging their heads and saying, thou that destroyed the temple and buildest it in 3 days, save thyself. If thou be the son of Eliyahu, come down from the cross. Likewise also the chief priests mocking him, and the scribes and elders said, he save others, himself he cannot save. If he be the king of Israel, let him now come down from the cross, and we believe him, and we will believe him. He trusts in Eliyahu, let him deliver him now, if he will have him, for he said, I am the son of Eliyahu. Continual mocking of the Most High to their own destruction. So I see we're bringing out 18. We're bringing out 18. For if the just man be the son of Eliyahu, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. So Wisdom of Solomon is stating who said these things. the scribes and Pharisees as outlined in Matthew, who, you understand, in John and Ephesians. In Isaiah who? Brothers and sisters? Alright, let's move on. We're going to precept 19 of wisdom of Shalomah. We're going to use Jeremiah 11. Jeremiah 11. Right? Okay, brothers and sisters, so we're going to examine wisdom of Shalomah. We're going to precept verse 19. 19 all the way to 24. Well, you Jeremiah who? Right? So you see why it says, let us examine him. Let us examine him with this despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meaning. This is wisdom of Shalomah, and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness had blinded them. As for the mysteries of Eliyahu, they knew them not. What is the mysteries they knew not? His resurrection. That's the mystery they didn't know about. His resurrection. Even though the Most High tell them about his resurrection, he gonna destroy the temple and in 3 days rebuild it. They don't understand that mystery. So we're gonna go to Jeremiah 11 to 19. Right? 11 to 19. 1 to 19. We're gonna bring out all of 19 to 24 of chapter 2 of Shalomah, wisdom of Shalomah. It's all about wisdom, brothers and sisters. It's all about wisdom and who is against the Most High, who is mocking the Most High and his people and sheep of his pastors. Wisdom. In all that understanding, get wisdom. In all that wisdom, get understanding. So the word that came to Jeremiah from Yahuwah saying, hear ye the words of this covenant, and speak unto the men of Yehudah and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and say unto them, thus saith Yahuwah, cursed be the man that obeyed not the words of this covenant, which I commanded your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Mizraim, from the iron furnace, saying, obey my voice and do them. According to all which I command you, so shall ye be my people, and I will be your Eliyahu, that I may perform the oath which I have sworn unto your fathers, to give them a land flowing with milk and honey, as it is this day. Then answered I and said, so be it, O Yahuwah. Then Yahuwah said unto me, proclaim all these words in the cities of Yehudah and in the streets of Jerusalem, saying, hear ye the words of this covenant, and do them. For I earnestly protested unto you, your fathers, in the day that I brought them up out of the land of Mizraim, even unto this day, raising early and protesting, saying, obey my voice. Yet they obey not, nor incline their ear, but walk every one in the imagination of their evil heart. Therefore I will bring upon them all the words of this covenant, which I commanded them to do, but they did them not. O Yahuwah said unto me, and Yahuwah said unto me, a conspiracy is found among the men of Judah and among the inhabitants of Jerusalem. They all turned back to the iniquities of their forefathers, which refused to hear my words, and they went after other gods to serve them. The house of Israel and the house of Yehudah have broken my covenant which I made with their fathers. Therefore thus saith Yahuwah, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. Though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them. Then shall the cities of Yehudah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem go and cry unto the gods whom they offer incense, but they shall not save them at all in the time of their trouble. For according to the number of thy city, where the gods of Judah And according to the numbers of the streets of Jerusalem have he set up altars to that shameful thing, even altars to burn incense unto Baal. For according to the numbers of thy city where thy gods, O Judah, and according to the number of the streets of Jerusalem have he set up altars to that shameful thing, even altars to burn incense unto Baal. Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry or prayer for them. For I will not hear them in the time that they cry unto me for their trouble. What hath my beloved to do in mine house, seeing she hath wrought lewdness with many, and holy flesh is passed from thee? When doest evil, thou rejoicest. When doest evil, then thou rejoicest. Yahuwah called thy name a green olive tree. Yahuwah called thy name a green olive tree, fair and of goodly fruit. With the noise of a great tumult, he had kindled fire upon it, and the branches of it are broken. For Yahuwah of hosts that planted thee had pronounced evil against thee for the evil of the house of Israel and of the house of Yehudah, which they have done against themselves to provoke me to anger in offering incense unto Baal. And Yahuwah had given me knowledge of it, and I know it. Then thou showest me their doings. But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to the slaughter, and I knew not that they had devised devices against me, saying, Let us destroy the tree and the fruit thereof, and let us cut them off from the land of the living, that this his name may no more be remembered. So you see the Most High is angry. You could see the frustration in this chapter with your Israel. And the very same frustration and anger is shown today, whether we are scattered, brothers and sisters, because we still have that stiff-necked and rebellious spirit, aided and coupled with deception and lies of this wicked modern system. Esau, whether we scattered, whether we the system is, because it's a worldwide system, brothers and sisters. We could avoid all of this if we just come back to him as a people. He blesses us as a people, brothers and sisters. Yes, individual might get one and two blessing, but the blessing is for the entire Israel, ethnic Israel. And it's coming back to that shortly. But the Most High is working right now in rooting all rebellious among us. So you see in Wisdom of Solomon in verse 15, he is grievous unto us. For his life is not like us. His life is not like unto other men. Brothers and sisters. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. How sad that is, brothers and sisters. In verse 23 of Wisdom of Solomon says, For Eliyahu created man to be immortal and made him to be an image of his own in turn. So we were meant to live forever, just like our ancestors did. 900 years, 300 years, 400 years, 500 years. We were meant to live forever. But, unfortunately, Hawa hearkened to Ha-Shatan, and hence come death and destruction into the world. And she used that same deception and deceive Adam. And through Adam, without no wisdom, fall. And both of us fall. That's why we need a savior. Because once sin come into our life, our DNA change, brothers and sisters. Our DNA in our body start rebel. That's what the flesh was. That's why the flesh was it want, and the spirit was it want. You understand? So you see, brothers, so the Most High laid a charge against Israel. You can see how the Most High is frustrated in Jeremiah. You know, it's sad, brothers and sisters. It's sad. And in Wisdom of Solomon, in verse 24, the last verse is that nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world. That's like I said, through Hawa. The Most High, allowed this to happen. Through Hawa, the devil saw he was envy of the beauty of the Most High's creation. You know what I mean? And Hashatan knew that our people will enter into his rest. And the rest that Hashatan enjoyed for all these years, since his creation, he enjoyed that until he developed his own lies and pride. Pride coming before the fall, brothers and sisters. Seek ye first the kingdom of Eliyahu and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you, brothers and sisters. I hope you understand wisdom in all this. You understand? We're going to continue this series if Yah willing. You understand? So on that note, Bruk Yahuwah is ever hot. Bruk Yahushua Mashiach, Shina, Vishna, blessed love and Shalom.